Okay, so maybe you guys have never been to an art gallery, or maybe you don't like paintings, but you know what? They sell for millions of dollars. And you know what? When it comes to crypto, you can be making millions of dollars when it comes to NFT. I'm gonna be telling you about some non-fungible tokens that you need to be paying close attention to because you can be making millions of dollars. Stick around. What's up, Crypto Land? Black Crypto here, bringing another cryptocurrency video where I talk about the basics of Bitcoin and everything else cryptocurrency. You know, how to build your businesses off of cryptocurrency, how to live off of cryptocurrencies, and of course, how to build generational wealth when it comes to cryptocurrency. So if you like videos just like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You know, we're talking all about NFTs, and people are making millions of dollars. I mean, millions of dollars off of NFTs. And I'm going to explain exactly why. First, in terms of NFTs, what are they really in terms of this non-fungible tokens? Well, in terms of the technical sense, they're a unique and non-interchangeable unit of data on the blockchain. What does this really mean in terms of fungibility, in terms of your dollar bill, as in terms of that $1, in terms of that unit? It's fungible. You can go to a store, spend it, and you don't care if you get that exact same dollar bill back. So that's fungibility. When it comes to, of course, cryptocurrencies, like, of course, a Bitcoin, it's fungible. But you need, of course, in terms of this technology, I would say, you guys, it's not always about the money. It's also about the technology. You need tokens that can also be, of course, non-fungible and represent some pieces of data. And these pieces of data can be a picture, it can be a video, it can be a text, it can be anything that you want. And a lot of people are, you know, in terms of what they're doing right now is, of course, representing it as art. Let me get you to understand the art world for a second. I know you've heard of many famous paintings out there, or famous painters, for instance, in terms of Picasso, or you've heard of, you know, for instance, the Rembrandt. You've heard of, for instance, Leonardo da Vinci. You've heard of the Mona Lisa. One of the most expensive paintings right now, in terms of just under $500 million, is the Salvator Mundi by, of course, Leonardo da Vinci. That's a whole world in itself in terms of millionaires and billionaires, in terms of how they collect art. You can be a person right now that starts to collect art NFTs. Matter of fact, there are a lot of people making millions of dollars right now off of this. In terms of Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? You have a lot of people that are making millions of dollars by selling their, of course, Bored Ape Yacht Club. In terms of one person, they just sold it for a little bit over $3 million in terms of the Bored Ape 8817. Now, when it comes to, of course, Bored Ape Yacht Club, you might be thinking, what is this? Why am I going to be paying just for a simple JPEG, right? And that's one of the things that a lot of people think about. Yes, it's a JPEG, but that JPEG, although you can just, of course, right-click and save it, one person in the world still owns the original one. Yeah, so I have to admit, you know, I did not jump on the CryptoPunks or the Bored Ape Yacht Club bandwagon. I missed out. So the question is right now, what's the next Bored Ape Yacht Club or next CryptoPunks that's going to be worth millions of dollars? Because I found some really good projects that are on the ground floor right now, and if you definitely get involved with them right now for maybe a few $100s or a few $1,000s, you might put yourself in a position when they actually explode in price, and you might have the chance as well to sell yours for millions of dollars. So let's go ahead and get into that list. So the first NFT that we're going to be talking all about is Doodles. Now, I really love this art project. Now, this is a colorful, joyful group of line art style art NFTs. With this, of course, in terms of Doodles, you can do so many different things. Of course, if you own your NFT, you can, of course, use it as an avatar. You can, of course, animate it, that a lot of people are doing, and also, of course, turn it into a 3D version of your line art style. Of course, in terms of the project, in terms of Doodles, they're going to be releasing a whole lot of things coming out in the future, whether that's in terms of a metaverse or games, whatever it may be. You'll have access to it if you actually own that, of course, NFT. Now, when it comes to actual price of Doodles right now, you can get involved in terms of the secondary market on OpenSea. And the floor price right now is about 1.2 Ethereum for one of these, of course, Doodles. And they have so many that you can definitely choose from, and really, really cute ones that you can choose from with many different characteristics that you can see right here. Of course, if you want to go ahead and purchase one of them, that's about $5,000 or so in terms of your actual Doodle. Now, of course, CryptoPunks was worth at one time $5,000, of course, right? And then it appreciated with value. And that's all because of the community that supports an actual project, and the community that's behind Doodles is very, very, very good. So when it comes to actual price, I think it's definitely going to appreciate. So this is an opportunity to maybe buy one or two of them and maybe sell them in the near future for maybe double the price, or when it actually appreciates in value or in rarity, depending on which one it is, because of course you have to have one that is of course rare, and it may appreciate in that actual value. But you definitely want to go ahead and check out the Doodles project. Okay, so let's now talk about number 2, and that is Kaiju Kingz. Now, Kaiju Kingz is a cool collection in terms of about 3,400 NFTs. Now, this is more of an arcade style of Godzilla. When in terms of the future, they're going to be releasing their own multiverse, and when they do that, you can start roaming the land, conquer the land, and start accumulating, of course, Kaiju King babies. Now, they have some really cool looking Kaiju Kingz, you know, whether they have no hat, or they're crying, lasers shooting out the eyes, or they're smoking. In terms of the floor price, that's about 2.8 Ethereum right now. It's very cheap right now in terms of Kaiju Kingz. I mean, it will, of course, depending on you and, of course, how much you're willing to actually spend on one, because there are some that are selling for 3 and 4 Ethereum right now. And they've only been on, of course, OpenSea for a little bit over 2 weeks, and that's it. And the price is still climbing right now. Of course, when they release their multiverse, this price can definitely skyrocket or even double or triple for any one of these Kaiju Kingz. And of course, if you have a very unique one, and you'll find out whether or not you really have a unique one when that multiverse comes out, that one can definitely skyrocket in price. So definitely you might want to go ahead and pick up one of these Kaiju Kingz and resell it, or hold it and use it in the multiverse when it comes out. Okay, now if there is an NFT project that I really love and that I'm definitely going to be jumping on board, it's going to be this one, and that's number 3, and that is Playboy Rabbitars. Now, guys, I don't know if I can really explain this. You know all about the Playboy Club, right? And you know how you have to have special access just to get in the Playboy Club. Listen, we all know about the brand when it comes to Playboy, and this is an international multi-billion-dollar brand. And they just released their NFTs known as the Playboy Rabbitars. Now, I've been collecting Playboys for a long time. Do not point your fingers at me. I'm sorry. I'm a collector when it comes to Playboys. I know Playboy Playmates. I've photographed Playboy Playmates. Obviously, you guys see the camera, and I've been telling you guys about that. So when it comes to Playboy and when it comes to these Playboy Rabbitars, I'm really excited about this project, and their community is crazy strong. Let me tell you just how strong this community is. They just, in terms of release their public sale of these Rabbitars, and they couldn't even do that because the website kept crashing. Now, let me explain to you exactly what that means. They only have a small community that is supporting this project, and they haven't really been announcing this all over the place in terms of Playboy now having their, of course, NFTs, because the whole world will be jumping on this. And they only have a limited amount that they actually release in terms of 11,953 in terms of NFTs. So with a small community, they crashed the website. Possibly, of course, they probably got attacked as well. And they're going to be, of course, opening up this public sale again, and hopefully you can jump right in within the next day or two of getting in terms of this actual public sale. But in terms of these Rabbitars, that's not what I want to actually tell you. In terms of the floor price right now, in terms of the actual Rabbitars, you're looking at only about 0.2 Ethereum. Guys, this is very cheap to get in right now. If you look at the actual avatars right now in terms of OpenSea, you don't even know what they're going to look like. They haven't even released what their actual avatars are going to look like as of yet. Imagine when they start releasing these unique Rabbitars. They look very cool right now in terms of this more of a 3D rabbit with the fur and everything like that. Some of them in terms of, you know, of course, smoking. Some of them in terms of playing. Some of them with different clothes on. These look really good in terms of the few that we've actually seen. So when they release all of the full actual Rabbitars, this price is probably going to skyrocket, not only because of that, but potentially what they're going to do in terms of you going down the rabbit hole in terms of their multiverse, like that Playboy Club. Imagine now having special access to this Playboy multiverse, and so many things can possibly happen there, from access to collectibles, to access to maybe different events, access to different games within their actual Playboy multiverse. The possibilities is limitless when it comes to that. So guys, if you like the Playboy brand and you want to definitely follow along with them in the developments that they're definitely doing with this actual launch of their NFTs, definitely jump on board and grab a few of them right now while it's cheap, because I have a feeling that these are going to be worth a whole lot very soon. Oh, and do not take this as any kind of financial advice whatsoever. I'm just doing this for entertainment and educational purposes only. All I'm doing is really just talking about a bunch of JPEGs. All right, guys, so now for the final NFT project that I want you guys to check out. You know what? You know, there's a lot of ways to actually make money in crypto, and there's a lot of tips and tricks that you can actually do. And I usually reserve this for my mastermind that I teach. You know, if you can do one thing for a blockchain, you can pretty much replicate that and do it for another blockchain. So number 4 is CatPunk, and CatPunk is on the Solana blockchain. Solana has been taken off over the past few months. So imagine where, of course, this is going to be in the next few years with the Solana blockchain. Now, of course, with CatPunk, this is a collection of about 10,000, of course, CatPunks. They look really good in terms of the design of them. It's a futuristic multiverse that they're going to be creating, and you're going to be having superpowers with your CatPunk. I don't know exactly what these superpowers are going to be in terms of the multiverse, but we're going to definitely have to see. In terms of community, they're very strong as well. They had 2 pre-sales that sold out. But guys, you still have a chance to get in because they're having a public sale coming right up. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. So when it comes to, of course, CatPunk, get in on the ground floor. You see what happened with CryptoPunk in terms of the Ethereum blockchain. People got on board with that years ago, and look at where it's at today. So get in on the ground floor with a hot new token, which is the Solana. Of course, you're going to have to use the Phantom, of course, wallet, just like you had to use the MetaMask wallet with Ethereum to get one of these, of course, CatPunk. So definitely check out this project and start thinking about that in the future when it comes to you making money. If you can do it with one blockchain, what's happening with the other? But this is a really exciting project that I'm really excited for, and I can't wait to actually use. All right, so there you have it. So when it comes to NFTs, you want to make a whole lot of money? Yeah, you know the art world, flipping art. Now you can do it in the digital world with NFTs. If you're looking to just make a buck or make some profits, you can go ahead and sell those NFTs on a secondary market. Now, I always say, you guys, it's not always about the money. It's also about the technology and what's to come with this blockchain technology. And I'm talking about multiverses. So I'm really excited to see what these projects are going to be doing with their multiverses and the way that you're going to be able to earn, for instance, money with this play to earn, or for instance, the access that it will give you with this multiverse or other projects that they're going to be actually having within them. So let's actually get into that list one more time. Number 1 is, of course, Doodles. Now, Doodles is a colorful line art collection that I want you guys to check out that is really getting some traction right now. Number 2 is Kaiju Kingz. Now with Kaiju Kingz, this is an arcade style, of course, Kaiju Kingz design art collection. Now with their multiverse, you can do a lot of things with that, and going to be in the future in terms of course, accumulating Kaiju King babies, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to play out as well. Number 3 needs no introduction. I'm sorry. I mean, it's Playboy. We know the multi-billion-dollar brand Playboy, and they've been doing a lot of changes over the past year. So to see them take this step forward in terms of the multiverse is very exciting. So I definitely, no matter where it's lead or no matter where it's going to go, I definitely want to follow them in that rabbit hole. Number 4 is CatPunk, and with CatPunk, they're on the Solana blockchain, and with the Solana blockchain, that's definitely taking off as well right now. So you definitely want to check out all of these projects. Let me know in the comments section below. Let me know what you think about these projects. Are you going to be checking out one or all of them, or grabbing up all of them for yourself. What are you going to do? Are you going to sell it, hold it? Or are you waiting for the multiverse? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's definitely discuss that. Another thing that I want to actually mention to you guys, listen, beware of any scammers out there. I have no WhatsApp or no Telegram group whatsoever, so nobody's going to be asking you for any kind of cryptocurrency that is representing me whatsoever. Also in the comment section below right here, if it's not highlighted with my name, it is not me. Guys, what I want you to also do, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell so you'll be notified anytime I release new videos right here on this channel. And guys, also hit that like button. Helps me get these videos recommended out there to everybody. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.